months virtually in length, and we were in sessions probably like 4-hour sessions once or twice a week. They always had a playback that I could work off. They had the Japanese version because the Japanese version was done before ours was. So we used the Japanese version as a guide, especially with my character. They were quite specific, whereas the other characters, they wanted to Americanize them a lot. With mine, they were like, please stay with the Japanese performance. I don't know what the standard procedure is, but I just did one audition and got the call 2 weeks later. There's an agent that comes in between that. I don't know what you would refer to an agent as, but there's an agent that sends the voice sample off to the commissioning officer. I think the most enjoyable part was the people I worked with, the directors, and there's one Australian guy that was the Japanese translation fella who was here, and he became a great friend, and they were just such good people. It became a lot easier to do it because there was a lot of I think I had like 900 lines, so it's a lot of dialogue and a lot of stuff to get through, but every session was so much fun. I didn't have one moment where I was like, I don't like this today. No, I hadn't met any of them until we finished, actually. I only met all the other actors the day we finished, so we had a big party and celebrated, and it was so weird because you'd created a picture of who that person was, and they walked into a room and you're like, oh my God, you look exactly like I imagined. But I still am yet to meet the two characters. I play opposite Saz and Hope most of the time, and I haven't even met them. So you kind of just have to make do with it. I guess that's part of the challenge. But you have the picture of them, you hear their voice, you get a real sense of who they are anyway. So although they're not there to kind of look at it, I'm not sure whether that would be a positive or a negative, actually having a person separate to the character and then having to combine the two and then performing. Maybe it's easier to just work with the character on the screen. It doesn't matter to the voiceover world, but I really like her legs. She has amazing legs. I was even attracted to her, and I like men. She's a very pretty girl. So I was quite honored to be her. But it doesn't, as far as the performance goes, no, I didn't find it was a problem. They specifically requested that my character be, the producers were saying, we want her to sound Japanesey. So whereas the other characters sound quite normal, my voice is pitched really high, and I'm very squeaky and upbeat and peppy. Like, the idea is that the first 3/4 of the game, I'm misdirecting everybody with my happiness. So at the moment, there's no gamer out there that's made it all the way through. So there's viewers' comments going, you know, her voice is annoying, and it's driving me crazy. And then other people going, it's cool, it grows on you. She's, you know, and I just feel like going, wait, you'll see why I'm so crazy in a minute, and it will make sense. The biggest challenge was getting the sound right. There's a particular sound that Vanille makes that from the minute I walked in, they're like, there's this sound you're going to need to learn. And? I got it after the first session, but it was that was the biggest thing, creating the sounds of Vanille. I would say that 450 at least of my lines included vocal quality sounds that aren't necessarily natural.
May you give us a sample of one of these sounds?
Sure. Say they wanted a happy reaction, it would be and sad reaction is and then running would be so it's a little bit
compelling. Perhaps you could record those for me later, and I will take them to my astropod.
Okay.
Excellent. And have you anything to say in closing to the Myouterspace community?
Thank you for watching. Have fun on Myouterspace, and please give Vanille time. I promise she grows on you.